You got to be kidding me. What's going on here? Where's the audio at? Okay, folks. Well, there we go. Hey, folks. A little audio problem there. Sorry about that. Welcome back to the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge. And here we go, man. It's a Saturday night, and it's time for some Saturday night racing, short track racing. We're here at the Richmond International Raceway, and my home track. Glad to see the guys here, and they're just getting ready to go into qualifying, and so we're gonna head on down. It looks like actually they just did start qualifying, so let's go ahead and go on down to the track here and see who's out there. There's David Sanders. Let's see what kind of lap times he puts out here. Okay, he's got a 21.902. That's fourth fastest at the moment. There's Carson Bowers. He's currently second. Well, he was second, and they just got bumped to third. He's got 21.578. Thomas. And there's Dustin Schwingo. He got the second fastest time so far with the 21.452. I mean, taking it right to the limit to get that get the most out of that nine machine. Here we go with Thomas Walter. He's fourth fastest at the moment at 21.553. Let's see who is outside. Here's the 88, Joshua Stevens. Sixth fastest, 21.703. And he's finished his laps. Let's see, there's Kyle Rochelle. Is he on track? Let's see. Yep, there he is. I think he's about to complete his hot lap here. Okay, that must be his first his time lap now. His first hot lap. Let's see what he gets here. And Rochelle, he comes away with a, let's see, what did he get? He got a eighth fastest, 21.665. Here's 86 of Douglas Carlson, 12th fastest with a 21.829. Here's a 92 of Adam Westfield, and he's fifth fastest with a 21.529. There's a 24 car Landon Durhold. I don't think he's done a time lap yet. This may be his out lap. I think he's getting ready to. Oh, and he ground to a halt, so didn't like what was going on there. So he has time. We're showing 3 minutes. He's going to get another crack at it here. See what the 24 car can do. Let's see what he gets for his. That was his start of his hot lap there. Let's see what he gets this time coming around. Oh, and sliding across the line. Oh boy, what did he get? He got. Did it show? Well, I guess because he spun, it didn't. That disqualified his lap, and we're at 4 minutes and 20 seconds. In the 5 minute qualifying session. I don't know if he's going to try to go out again or not. There's nobody else out on the track. So he might have decided, I'll just start at the back. Pretty, kind of a cool night out here. It's 64 degrees air temperature. Look at that wind, 10 miles an hour. and track temperature is only 66, folks, and it's gonna make things a little tight out there tonight. It'll be interesting to see how this works out for them tonight. And let's see if we can bring up these the current standings here. And Thomas Walter, he currently leads the championship with 313. Vincent Sora behind. Oh, we're getting ready to go. There we go. There was just the system. They're switching over to the gridding now. You see Vincent Sora, Dustin Swingle, Aaron Kralik, Ryan Rochelle, Maurice Gomillion, Patrick Hernandez, Adam Westfield, Alfred Vasseur, and Mike Vanno are your top 10 in the points. And while the guys are lining up, let's go ahead and look at the starting grid here. We've got Vincent Sora on the pole, Aaron Kralik second, Merrick Watchhorn third, Dustin Swingle starting fourth, Adam Westfield fifth position. In sixth, we have Thomas Walter. Carson Bowers is seventh, Kyle Rochelle eighth position. In ninth, Joshua Stevens. Alfred Vasseur rounds out the top 10. In 11th, we have David Sanders, followed by Douglas Carlson in 12th position. In 13th, we have Jesse Thornock. Ryan Ferraro, 14th. 15th, we have Dakota Moniz. And 16th, Corey Jansen. In 17th, we have Mike Vanno, followed by Perez there in 18th. 19th, we have Landon Durhold. Maurice Gomillion is 20th. Patrick Hernandez, 21st. James Trammell is 22nd. Mark Love, 23rd position. And 24th, we have Kadarius Tave. And that's everybody. So we'll wait for the field to come down now. Waiting for the pace car to get them going. I think we're about 30 seconds away from the start. There's usually about a 2-minute entry period there to get into the onto the field. And if you miss the start, of course you have to start from pit road. So it gives the drivers time. Now there go the lights, getting ready to line them up there. Looks like we got a couple of Fords up there on the front row, followed by a host of Chevys. And then there's a mixture of Fords and Chevys then throughout the field. Sora leading them down the backstretch. Following that pace truck tonight, the official pace truck. We're going to have one more lap around before we go green. Trying to get a little heat into those tires. That track is cool and it's going to be tight. I had a chance to run with the guys, I believe it was this past Thursday. Had just a practice run out there and tried to set up myself. Yeah, it is indeed tight. And so whoever is going to can manage that setup, this is a fixed setup league. They do a custom setup, but everybody runs the same setup. So whoever can manage it the best will be able to benefit from it, of course. I'm waiting for that pace truck to come down and come off the track here. I'm going to get this show on the road. The pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. We're racing at Richmond. 250 laps to go, folks. Sora's got a pretty good jump there on the field. Followed by, hey, no surprise, Merrick Watchhorn. You know he's going to be up the front there. Got that one machine. He's followed closely by the 16 of Aaron Kralik. They're holding that low line. You saw Sora. He was a bit high there going in, coming out of turn 2. That could be a problem later on as these tires wear, unless he was just getting his tires up to temperature there. A little bit of sliding when they're cold, that's for sure. Watchhorn is gaining on him now. only a couple of tenths behind. I think tire management is going to be the name of the game tonight as well, folks. Who can manage the setup, who can manage their tires the best. Watchhorn taking a peek on the inside. Oh, that was close there for a second. Thought he might go for it on that backstretch. He decided to not do that. Racing hard here on the left, about to start lap 5 of 250. A little further back, it's Carson Bowers. He's solid in the 4th position there. Got a bit of a nice gap there. A little further back, and I think we have a lead change, folks, battling there right at the line. Watchhorn's going to get it. Your new leader, Merrick Watchhorn. Soros trying to fight back. Great battle going on up the front. Let's take a little look further back in the field. There's Adam Westfield running 8th position. He's got a bit of a under attack there from the 57 of Thomas Walter. Walter took a little look on the inside there. Let's see who gets the best run off of that corner. So far, Westfield is winning that battle. Walter looks like he may have a little bit better run off of 2, but Westfield is right where he needs to be to run that best line coming out of the 2 there. So that's helping Adam at the moment. Sticking right there to the 92 car. Behind them there's Douglas Carlson running in 11th position. He's comfortably in, well, I wouldn't say comfortably. It's half a second behind him is Ryan Ferraro there. He's followed by the 7 of David Sanders. Sanders currently running 13th position. And he's got a lot of company. He's about 4 tenths behind Ferraro, but he's got Thornock only 3 tenths behind him. And Thornock, he's got a bit of pressure from James Trammell. And just everybody's just racing hard right now, and the field is, on a short track, you're not going to get away from anybody too much. And Trammell, he's hanging in there off that 15th position. A little further on back, there's Patrick Hernandez. He's giving Landon Durhall all he can handle at the moment. We're now on lap 13 of 250. We have 24 car field tonight, a decent number. Oh, and looks like Durhol got just a little loose. He grabbed it though. Good recovery. Things will happen fast on a short track, folks. Somebody loses it very, very little time to figure out. And we do have a caution. Caution is on the field here. Let's see. Looks like Corey Jansen. Let's go back and take a look and see what we see here. That's the 11 car on the back stretch. And he's got the 44 of Vince Gomillion. He got under him though. He might have just was a little too high there, and looks like they went up there and caught the wall. Looked like the back end might have got a little bit of damage there. More the rear of the car than the front. It looked like he probably backed into the wall. Yeah, he's missing the back part of that vehicle. I'll take it back live. It's currently in 22nd. All your leaders, of course, are on pit road. Watchhorn bringing them down. Every single guy is on pit road. Looks like Tave is stayed. He's still out. No, I'm sorry. That's a retirement. Both Love and Tave have already retired. Getting ready for that battle off of pit road. He came in first, and he leaves in third position. Dustin Swingle now your leader here on lap 16. He's followed by Alfred Vasseur. Of course, Watchorn third and Vincent Sora. They were your two at the front row there at the start. He's in fourth. Carson Bowers in fifth position. There's Aaron Kralik up to sixth place. And he's followed by Kyle Rochelle in seventh. And James Trammell got inside the top 10 there. Trammell wasting no time. 57 moving right along. Thomas Walter up to ninth position. Rounding out the top 10 is Douglas Carson. Let's see. The lights are on. That we might see the lights go out this time as we start lap 18. And lights are out on the pace truck, so we will be going green next time around. Beautiful night here in Richmond. Capacity crowd. Everybody loves that Saturday night racing at the short tracks, folks. Coming down the backstretch here, getting ready for the restart. Looking for that pace truck to bring her in. Pace truck is in. We're looking for the green flag, and we've got it. Swingle trying to get away from the 1 and the 91. Good luck with that. Here they go into turns 1 and 2. Watchorn, he got a good run under Vasseur there. Vasseur, he's got quickness, but he's just in the wrong position. There's Vincent Sora waiting in fourth, trying to see what he can get done there. Watchorn sticking to that inside line. Right along with Vincent Sora here. Sora, is so close to Vasseur there, battling for that third position. Looks like he just about got it. And Vasseur, he's doing a great job on the outside, hustling that 91 car on the outside to stay ahead of the 14. Finally clear of Sora there as they get back in line here. Oh, and there's go Vincent. He did. Man, what an awesome job of recovery. Man, that was like a dirt track slide there, baby. And he did a great job holding on. No caution. We're still racing at Richmond. Excellent car control by the 14. That did drop him back to sixth position. He's got a little work to do now to get back up to the front, regain his composure a little bit, and hopefully that didn't hurt his tires. Meanwhile, up the front, Swingle, he's continuing to receive a lot of pressure from Merrick Watchorn. Now on lap 24, 250. These laps are going to go by quick, folks. Dustin Swingle has a good command of that setup. Let's look a little further back in your top 10. There's Thomas Walter. Now he's catching. He's running 7th. He's trying to catch Vincent Sora there, who had an almost spin. Great recovery. Vincent Sora, he's able to maintain a good gap there between him and Walter, almost half a second. Like he is starting to pull ahead just a little bit. He is losing a little bit of pace now to Carson Bowers and the guys up in the top 5. Still got a lot of racing to go, though. This thing will be interesting to see. You know, I'd like to see this thing a lot of green flag running here. Let's see how these tires wear down and see what these guys do. Let's take a moment, look a little further back. Here's Aaron Karlik in 10th position. We've got a little battle going on right in front of him there. Carlson and Trammell, they're battling for that 8th position. One thing about short track racing, you can count on battles all through the field, folks. Well, Trammell looking on the inside there of Carlson. Trying to make it stick coming off of 4. Didn't quite have enough to make the pass at the time. He might have gone in a little hard there, a little loose, a little tight coming off of 4 there, pushed up a little bit. Let's look a little further back in the field. There's Maurice Gomillion under heavy pressure from Sanders, David Sanders. A pretty cool paint job on that Valvoline machine tonight. So a little bit further back in the field, here's Dakota Moniz. He's running 18th at the moment, chasing Mike Vano. Further down, there's Joseph Perez, currently running 21st position. And behind him is Patrick Hernandez, and we haven't seen Patrick this far back in the field in quite a while. Running back there in 22nd position. Not sure if he had a problem earlier. Actually, we got a report that he had spun somewhere. It might have happened at the beginning of the race. That may be why he's back there in the first place. And, at 36 laps in, still has quite a bit of time here to get that 2 car back up to the front. Let's move back up to the front. Merrick Watchorn, he's trying to get away from Dustin Swingle. Not quite half a second gap on the 9 car. And that's, we talk about tire management and trying to save your stuff. I mean, these guys are going at a really heavy pace here, and I'm wondering if they're giving him a chance to save his equipment, you know, and keep those tires as fresh as possible. He's almost a half a second now to Schwingel. Schwingel, he's got a bit of pressure himself, not too much. In fact, he has pulled away from Vasor there just a little bit over half a second. So they're battling back there for 3rd and 4th. That's a good battle there, folks. Oh boy. There's Carson Bowers. Vasseur had to check up there just a little bit. Kyle Rochelle almost had to do the same. Vasseur, he was on Bowers there, but now he's fell back just a little bit. Rochelle is putting plenty of pressure on him. I think that might have been Perez, perhaps coming out of the pit road there. That blue car. Rochelle right on the tail of Vasseur there. Is he going to take a look going into turn one? He just might. And you can see Merrick Watchorn up the front there. I tell you, the leaders are not running away from anybody. They're a little spaced out, but everybody is right there, folks. And they just, who knows, they may actually be in a little bit of a tire conservation mode at the moment and just content just to run nose to tail there. Looking behind Rochelle, and the top five are starting to distance themselves from the rest of the pack. Sixth position there is Vince Sora. He was started second, and he's kind of lost touch with the leaders there over just over a 1 second now. Sora has Thomas Walter behind him. We got Corey Jansen's in the pit. That might have, okay, that's Kadarius Tay there. Jansen, he's in the pits. We're not seeing his car. I can't find his car on the pits. He might have put it behind the wall. Let's go ahead and go back up the front here. There's Alfred Vasseur. Currently running fourth. He wants that third position from Carson Bowers. And actually, Rochelle is the one that's on the tail of Vasseur there. They're trying to get that fourth position. Oh, it might have made a little contact. The 91, did he hold on to it? He's still there. He's just riding he's riding high there. And he's still going. Vasseur manages to recover and maintain a top 10 position there, running sixth. Now on lap 50 at 250, 200 remaining. Merrick Watchorn, your leader. Dustin Swingle, Carson Bowers, Kyle Rochelle, Vincent Sora, your top five, followed by Alfred Vasseur here. And he's followed by Thomas Walter, Landon Durhold, Douglas Carlson, and Aaron Kralik, your top 10. So far, looking at the pit stop report, everyone has pitted only once. Jansen, Love, and Tave, they're all have retired. But, so, whether they pitted or not is kind of irrelevant right now. A little further back, there's Adam Westfield, 11th position. He's got a little bit of breathing space there from James Trammell, a little over half a second. He's got a bit of work, though, to catch up to Aaron Crawlett, who is currently the top 10 runner there. Trying to take that Todd machine to the front. Crawlett, he's working on Douglas Carson and right in front of him there. Getting super close to that wall, coming off of 2. Great racing going on here tonight at Richmond Raceway. And back further up the front, there's Dustin Swingle. Fourth, he's almost a second ahead of Rochelle, and he's about a half a second behind Carson Bowers. They're riding along here. Let's look and see who's got the best time so far. Carson Bowers, right now he's got the fastest lap with the 21.360. I'm sorry, 21.380. And right now he's in between some lapped vehicles there, trying to get by the 27 there. That was Mike Vano trying to stay high there to let the 8 car through. You see who's fastest in the speed trap here. It's not showing who's actually fastest. Well, Watchhorn, 152 miles an hour. Sora, he's topped out at 153. And those are the 2 fastest times that I have seen on the timing and scoring here. Actually, I take that back. Bowers, 155. Bowers got the 88 of Stevens there on the outside. Not battling for position now. I'm sorry, that was Schwingel. Let's go back and look and see. There's Schwingel. I think that was Stevens we saw him pass. He was just getting out of the way. Joshua had a good run last week, and he's running currently 17th now. He does have some lead lap cars all around him, though. The 15 of Thomas, the 57 of Thomas Walter, current 8th position. Trying to close to within half a second of Alfred Vasseur. No pressure right now from Douglas Carlson, over a second behind. We're on lap 64 of 250. Your leader, Merrick Watchhorn, continues to stay ahead of Bowers, not quite a half a second. Bowers is keeping him honest. He's rolling right along. We're going to turn a few laps here with Carson Bowers. Go ahead and crank up your volume, folks. Oh, and it looks like we do have a caution on the field here. I heard Bauer shutting it down to save some fuel. Let's see. Did we see what happened there? Was saying, let's look at Adam Westfield here and see what we see here. There's the 97. I'm sorry, 92. And he's got the 10 car right behind. Oh, and he just got a little hot coming off of the 2 there and just nosed it into the wall. Not a whole lot of damage, but it was enough to bring out the caution. Back live now. He's 13th position. All your leaders are coming in the pit road. And Watchern, he maintains the lead position there after that round of pit stops. Now on lap 69 of 250. You're watching the NAISCC Cup Series. Carson Bowers continues in second place there. Dustin Swingle. He's followed by Kyle Rochelle fourth. Vincent Soares made his way back up to fifth position from sixth. Thomas Walter right there. Douglas Carlson seventh. And Kralik, eighth position. James Trammell still inside the top 10, ninth place. And Jesse Thorndock rounds out your top 10. And the pace truck is off, waiting for that green flag. We're racing once again here at Richmond. Lap 72. Kyle Rochelle in third. These guys, they've been around within a half a second of each other so far in the race. I don't see them losing too much position. He looked right behind him. Schwengel, he's right there. Looks like he's actually getting some a little bit of a fight there with Sora for that fourth position. And we've got somebody in the pits. There's Joseph Perez. Looks like he might have got a little bit of damage there. That's going to hurt. Oh, yeah, the front of that Walmart machine's kind of banged up. Green, they use it as fast repair, and that's definitely going to put him a few laps down. He's already 3 laps down. There's Douglas Carson in 7th position. Aaron Krolick trying to put a bit of pressure on the 86 car. Let's ride along with Krolick here. Battling for that 7th position. A little further back, there's Jesse Thornock. Oh boy, and they're nose to tail there for sure. Adam Westfield right behind him. He's trying to catch Landon Durhold. He's battling him for 11th position. We're now 82 laps of 250. See a little further back, there's Maurice Gomillion running 14th. We have 16 cars on the lead lap. David Sanders, he's the last car on the lead lap at the moment. He would be the Hernandez would actually be the lucky dog. Patrick Hernandez. Now, that's kind of surprising to see him a lap down. Currently running 17th position. He would be the lucky dog, though, should we get another caution. Now, Ferraro, he's also a lap down, hurt both Ferraro and Vano, and Ferraro's not too far behind there, actually. Only about 8/10 behind, and then behind him is Mike Vano. So those guys, they're probably keen to get that first car lap down position, before the next caution comes out. Definitely a bit of a battle there. Hernandez is winning it at the moment. Sora, he's right now in fourth position. My apologies, folks. I was doing something with a logo earlier, and I thought I was doing it on another screen, but that was actually the live screen. So, hey, you got to see some of the magic that goes behind the broadcast and all the different things that you can get. How we get things up on the screen. But it's amazing technology when you think about it. Things that you can do nowadays with broadcasting, and we hope you're enjoying the race here. Watchorn continues to lead. Not by much, though. Bowers is really fighting hard to get that first place position, coming off of 2. He's really cranking up the pressure on the 1 car. They've got some lapped vehicles in front of them. Neither one of them is going to want to see that, though. There's the 7 of Sanders. He's staying high to get out of the way. The leaders, they all go by. Good move on the 7 car there. That did give Watchorn a little bit of a breathing room. Not too much. There's Carson Bowers trying to fight back. Oh, and there was somebody else just went by. They made their way through a couple of lap cars there, so a bit of a clear sailing now for the leaders. Now Watchorn, he's managing to stay in front of Rochelle. Rochelle keeps kind of getting a little close, but we're not quite to the halfway point yet. And you still have to kind of wonder, is he just saving something in reserve? He might have got up under there and just taken a little look, a little exploratory look underneath the 1 car there. Maybe feeling them out. Is that going to work for me later on? A lot of times guys will do that. They'll ride behind the guy for lap after lap, studying the guy in front of him to see what's going on. Where am I faster than that guy? Where is he weaker than me? Of course, you have the benefit of getting into a long fuel run here, and then see how the car handles on a late run. You can also gain information there as well. But overall, everybody's doing a great job here tonight at Richmond. Let's look a little further back. There's Thomas Walter. He's comfortably in 6th position there. Almost a second and a half behind Swingle, but he's almost a second and a half ahead of Carlson. So he's riding right along. I believe he's your points leader, doing what he needs to do to maintain a position at the top of the standings. Now lap 98 of 250. You see the entire field is somewhat spread out, but everybody's running along really good here. Look a little further back. There's James Trammell in the 11th position. Good run for the 10 car. I believe he is one of the newer drivers, and I think he's having a better night tonight than he did in his debut race here. Definitely love to come away with a top 10 finish. He is getting a little bit of pressure there from Jesse Thornott. And we do have somebody on pit road. It's Joshua Stevens. Let's see. Yeah, he's getting tires there. That's the 88 car, I believe. And he shut it down. I don't know. It's interesting. I wonder if he's going to come back out or not. Meanwhile, up the front, there's Kyle Rochelle still working on Carson Bowers, who's trying to work on your leader, Merrick Watchhorn. Well, I tell you, Bowers, he's getting closer and closer. He's still maintaining that 2/10 gap though, and now it's dipping down. And he just, I just can't wait to see what happens a little later in the race. But he is definitely letting Watchorn know that he is there. These guys are really running a good race here. Those top three, I mean, they I can't tell if anybody has a leg up on the other guy or not. There he's taking another peek inside there just a little bit. Boy, and Rochelle, he almost got kind of close there to the 8 car. Definitely keeping an eye on the leaders. They're not getting away from him. Oh, and he takes a look on the inside of the 8. Is it going to stick coming out of 4? Not really. Good battle going for the lead. I'd call it a 3-car battle for the lead if you ask me, folks. Now, they're battling right there. Look, that allowed Watchorn to get away a little bit. He could stand a little breathing room. Bowers has been like 2/10 behind him. Now he's 3/10. I don't think he's going to be able to enjoy too much of that gap for long, though. And boy, if this continues, this long green flag run here, man, this is really going to tell us who can handle the setup better on the long run once these tires start to wear. And most likely start to tighten up just a little bit. You know, who's going to manage it the best. That's where you see, that's the one thing I do like about fixed setups. You know, you can't say a guy beats you with the setup. He has a better setup. You know, everybody's running the same thing. So, I mean, a setup can't help, but it may favor somebody's driving style, regardless of who made it. You know, I've been in plenty of situations where somebody, looking for a setup, and somebody share a setup, and then they'll turn around and beat them with their setup. And so it's anybody can have a good night with a setup if it really matches their driving style. And so, yeah, it's definitely game on here, especially with these top 3. And as these tires wear on this long run, it'll be definitely interesting to see who's got what left at the end and what can they do with it. Oh, boy, taking a little dive on the inside. Rochelle, he's just about got second, and yeah, he does have it. Boy, he timed that perfectly. You saw him move to the outside and just dive down going into 3. That was a perfect pass by the 21 there. And, folks, he might have been setting that up for 20 laps. And that's how you do it in racing a lot of times. You just study and you study. You don't exactly show your hand, but still you kind of look and see what the other guy's doing. And he is starting to pull away just a little bit. The Watchorn is pulling away too. Look at the gap now of the 1 car. And he does have some, there's some lap cars there. That was Maurice Gomillion. We got Vano. He's on pit road, green flag pit stop. Boy, I tell you, we're really having some really long pit green runs tonight, folks. And guys are going to have to start coming in. There's Perez. He's been in a few times though, and he's on his way back in. This is actually his fourth time on pit road. I think one or two others were just for damage, but this one looks like it may be possibly just to get tires. Vano on his way out. So far, those are the only two making a green flag pit stop there. Meanwhile, your leader, Merrick Watchorn, he's surrounded by some lap cars there at the moment, but he is, if you look at the timing tower there, almost a full second from Bowers now. Bowers and them, they had to work their way through the lap traffic as well. And I could have sworn I saw the 21 zoom by him earlier, and now he's back there. Carson Bowers made his way back by the 21. He might have returned the favor there. If anything, maintained that second position. Getting very close to halfway here, folks. Let's look a little further back in the field. There's Thomas Walter. He's comfortably in the sixth position. A little further back, there's three cars there battling. There's Aaron Krolick running ninth. He's chasing Alfred Vasseur and Landon Durhol, the seventh, eighth, and ninth position. And it's good to see. It's good to see such long green flag runs on a short track. Sometimes you'll see, caution after caution. Because guys are getting into each other and just or just having problems. Just handling the car and stuff. I tell you, these guys, they're doing a great job out here tonight, putting on a great show. And Bowers, he's got quite a bit of a gap now over Rochelle, over half a second. And Watchorn, he's just pulling away now a little bit, 1.07. Let's look a little further back in the field. There's Jesse Thornock in 12th position, trying to chase down Carlson. He does have Hernandez directly behind him, but he's not on the lead lap. Yeah, Hernandez, he is one lap down, and ahead of him is Maurice Gomillion. He's actually in a position to be the lucky dog should a caution come out. For Hernandez had it, but Maurice Gomillion's got it now. That's the 57 of Thomas Walter behind him on the lead lap. Now Walter, he may either try to get by the 44 car, or he may just ride along for a while, because the next car on the lead lap is Vasseur, who's almost 2.5 seconds, and there Gomillion does move up to let the 57 through. Quite a bit of distance from him and Alfred Vasseur anyway. See, there's the 86 of Douglas Carlton. He's 11th position, trying to chase down Trammell for that top 10 spot. Oh, had to check up there just a little bit so it wouldn't get away from him. A little further back up the front here, there's, let's see, there's Dustin Schwingle running 4th position. He's got a ways to go to catch Rochelle. And Vincent Sora, he was right up the front at the start of this race, but he's running back there in 5th and just not making as much headway as he was at the start of the race. I don't believe he hasn't been involved in anything, but you know, maybe I don't know, having this long fuel run here, and I tell you, like I said, some of these guys may be able to deal with the setup a little better on long runs than others. And Schwingle, look at him, he's pulling away from the 14 car ever so slightly. Sora may be starting to struggle just a little bit with the performance. Behind him is Thomas Walter. He's over 2 seconds behind. Let's see. It looked like not really. He's gaining just a little bit. Let's look and see. Let's compare the lap time history here. Let's see what we see here. That's Walter and Vasseur. Let's look at him and Sora. Now, Sora has definitely been faster out of the last 5 laps. 3 of them he's definitely faster. So Vincent Sora is definitely able to maintain that gap. And of course the guy behind Walter, Vasseur. Now Vasseur, he's looked like, and if you look at the battle box there at the bottom right hand side, oh, and that's not going to help Thomas at all. That gap is coming down a bit. It was almost 1.5 seconds. Look at it. It's almost a second now. Vasseur is going to close in for sure. You see that the lap times are already consistently faster in favor of Vasseur. But that little tap with the wall is not going to help the 57 car at all. Let's look behind and see if we see. There's Alfred right there. Less than a second now on Walter. We're just past the halfway mark here. But I tell you, these guys, man, they're going to be racing towards more green flag pit stops, folks. That's going to be awesome. There's Vasseur. He's starting to reel in Walter there a little bit, almost half a second now. Oh, and does he grab it? Hold on. There he is. He got it. Oh, man. Now, that cost a Vasseur position there. Kralik managed to get ahead. Man, that was a heck of a save. That thing was as good as gone 2 or 3 times. And hey, it's good to see Aaron Kralik's paint job tonight. The last couple of races, we've seen a white car and got that Todd machine. It's a little connection problem that keeps popping in, but yeah, we able to see his paint job tonight, so that's always good to see. But now we have Vasseur. He's going to have to gather it up. If he can, he has to get by Kralik if he can. And I wonder how Thomas Walter is doing. Because right now he's quite a bit behind Vincent Sora, so not much of a chance really to catch up there. Your leader, Merrick Watchorn, he continues to lead easily. Right now he's mired in some lap traffic there, but he's like, oh boy, he's like right around 3 seconds ahead of Bowers. We're about to do lap 41 here, 141. And so now he's kind of making his way through lap traffic. Got to be careful here. As Ferraro is behind him, he's got Stevens in front. Stevens is 4 laps down, and of course Ferraro was 2 laps down, and so they definitely should make a move to move clear of the lead cars. Watchorn easily under the 88 car there. Working his way through that lap traffic. Let's see, Carson Bowers, he hasn't quite caught Sanders yet, still over a second. But he's going to have to deal with, there's a bunch of those, all those lap cars there in front of him. Just over 100 laps to go in this event. Now we got somebody on pit road, I believe. There's the 44, Maurice Gomillion, making a green flag pit stop. This is only his second stop of the evening. Had a little bit of damage. He used that fast repair. Look like he's going to get maybe 4 fresh tires. Yep. Down and away. Get that fuel in. Get going. And he's still on pit road. I don't know if unless he used a fast repair, so unless he's got some kind of a penalty or something, he's still sitting there. Oh, man, that's just killing him. There's the 24, Landon Durhol now in 9th position. And Thomas Walter, Vasura did get past Walter, and Walter's fell back to 9th position. I'm sorry, he's showing 8th. But he'd been running, I believe, in 6th position for quite some time. None of your leaders have come in for a green flag pit stop yet. They all stopped on lap 6. Well, pretty much everybody stopped on lap 67, so that was there in a caution. Gomillion looked like he's on his way back out. Now he's back out on track. That was lap 142 that he stopped. There's Patrick Hernandez. He's in the pits. Having a little bit of a rough night here tonight, 15th position. Go ahead and get those 4 tires and get her going. There's the 86 Douglas Carlson. He's your top 10 runner at the moment. Getting a bit of pressure there from James Trammell, the 10 car, trying to get that 10th place position. Always on the outside, taking a look. Oh, this is going to be, it looked like he might pull the pass off, and he does. James Trammell up to 10th position. Trammell having a good run here tonight at Richmond. Now, over 2.5 seconds behind Durhold, but he's got a lot of really clear running ahead of him. He can really run his line and hit his marks. See if he can close up that gap. There's Adam Westfield in the 13th position. Westfield, he is now the lucky dog position. First car 1 lap down. As a matter of fact, everybody else is 2 laps or more down. So if we were to have a caution, he is pretty much the automatic lucky dog unless they catch another one of the they can't catch anybody else because everybody else is already a lap down or more. And he's the only one that's 1 lap down. So if he can stay ahead of he's got Schwingel there in front of him. Those are some of your leaders. That's Stevens is behind him. For Stevens, he's 5 laps down. So Adam Westfield's in a pretty good spot right now to get a lucky dog if we were to get a caution. These guys aren't running like they're trying to stop for any kind of cautions tonight, folks. They're really handling this track very well. Now Westfield, he's also, just like all of the guys, even on the lead lap there, he's only stopped twice, and that was probably under the cautions. So probably just a little bit of bad luck that's got him a lap down. But right at the moment, he's hanging in there with Schwingel just a little bit. Schwingel is starting to pull ahead a little bit, but not that much. So here's your fifth place runner. They're coming up behind him. There's Kyle Rochelle. And he's getting a bit of pressure from Kralik now, less than a second behind. Now lap 158 of 250. There's the 14 of Vincent Sora. He's still fourth position. And he has lapped cars around him at the moment. The second place car, Dustin Swingle, I'm sorry. He's got Ferraro behind him, but he also has Bowers there, and they're trying to get around Hernandez there. Hernandez, he's 3 laps down, so he's not him. Ferraro is 2 laps down, and Westfield is 1 lap down, so he really wouldn't have a chance of getting a lucky dog, even if the caution did come out, unless those guys were involved in it. He might get a lap back. It looks like here's Jesse Thornott coming in, most likely to get some tires. The car looks okay, no damage that we can see. Pitting from 12th position. Boy, I tell you, if this continues, folks, these guys, they've got to be getting ready to come in for some green flag pit stops here, the leaders, before too long. Kralik now in 6th position. And still only 4 retirements. There's your points leader, Thomas Walter, now in 8th position. Boy, he's getting a bit of pressure from Landon Durhol right behind him. Walter doing what he can to maximize his points results tonight to maintain that lead. Durhol, I think he's going to get him. Oh, and he's got a little squirrely himself as they go into 4. But he does make the pass on Walter. Landon Durhol now 8th position. Walter back to 9th. And he's got a bit of damage on the nose of that car, on that 24 car. Obviously, he's not hurting his performance too much. One of the main things at a short track, worrying about overheating. You're not going that fast. And you definitely don't want those have problems like that. Let's see here. Dustin Swingle, Bowers is less than a second behind him now. And there he is. Meanwhile, Merrick Watchorn, he continues to lead the race here. Boy, look at the traffic in front of him, though. Oh, boy, there's the Moniz. I'm sorry, that's Vano and Sanders and everybody, a whole bunch of cars in front of the one car there. Major traffic to work through. Making his way through. Mike Vano, he's coming in for a pit stop. Everything looking pretty clean on the 27 Folgers machine. And kind of creeping up to that pit stop tonight. Sometimes, we have seen in the last couple of races some of the guys overshooting the pit stall, and making sure that's not happening tonight. Looks like he's getting 4 tires. Probably top her off with fuel and see how far they can take it from this point here. 16 Aaron Kralik, now 7th position. And there's your points leader, Thomas Walter, now finally pitted from 11th position. Looks like he used a faster pair there. We did see him get in the wall a little earlier, and that's where he started dropping down the order just a little bit. Looks like he's got 4 down and away. That brings he exits the pits. He's now in 14th position. But so many guys are going to have to pit. He's going to have to pick up some spots once if we get some more green flag pit stops. See here, they're starting to come in. There's Dustin Swingle in the pits now, and also is Landon Durhole coming in. It's starting to happen here. And there's your second place, Carson Bowers, coming into the pits. It'll be interesting. Let's see when your leader comes in. Everybody else is in so far. He last stopped on lap 67. That was 100 laps ago. Well, actually, 110. Getting some really good fuel mileage on these runs here. More lap traffic now for the one car. And folks exiting. Oh boy, got to be careful here. Folks entering and exiting pit road. Watchorn battling his way through all of it. Right now just has to be careful not to get caught up in anything he doesn't need to get caught up in. And just about Vasseur and Trammell are on the tail end of the lead lap. You see the 10 car there. He's showing in blue, but he's right in front of the leader, and looks like he's about to officially go a lap down now. And that would leave Vasseur. And looks like he's coming in for his pit stop. Oh, locking it down, try to not get caught speeding on pit road. You don't want that to happen. I believe that's 182. He came into the pits here. And used a fast repair. Get that car in tip-top shape for the end of this race. Getting 4 tires. See if he can go get down and away and get out of there. He lights him up, leaving his pit stall. Oh, it kills the cone on the way out. He re-enters 13th position. Oh, your leader. Oh, he overshot his pit stall just a little bit. Watch horn in. He doesn't have a whole lot of time to be playing like that. Look, here comes Swingle and Bowers. Are about 20 seconds behind now and closing. Are they going to catch him before he gets out of pits? And he kills the cone coming out of the pits as well. Bowers goes ahead. Watchorn re-enters the race in 3rd position. Lap 183 or 250. The race is on now, folks. Over 3 seconds behind Bowers. With Dustin Swingle, your leader. Swingle, he pitted on lap 174. Bowers pitted on 175. Watchorn 182. I don't think any of them are going to have to stop after this. We're having some amazing green flag runs here tonight. At the moment, we've got about 5 cars getting like kind of on the tail end of the lead lap there. Officially, Ferraro, he's in the pit lane. He's shown as the 1 lap down, bringing that Budweiser machine in. Actually, now it's showing Carlson as 1 lap down, as the guy that would be in the lucky dog position. Meanwhile, there's your leader, Dustin Swingle. We've definitely seen Dustin up the front here, in some of the earlier races. He's been right up there mixing it up with the leaders. Him and Bowers going at it now. Watchorn, he's just under 3 seconds behind these two. They've got there's a lap car there. That's Maurice Gomillion, and after him, they've got pretty clear sailing for a while anyway. And the 44 car, he stays high to let the leaders through. That's good sportsmanship there. We've got Stevens on pit road. Also, Joseph Perez, he's on pit road again. And Bowers, he continues to work on Dustin Swingle. Now lap 191, about to be lap 192 of 250. You can tell they're running those fresh tires. Those cars are really sticking down on that low line there. And that'll be interesting. How hard are they going to push those cars? Because there's Watchorn. Now he's coming out of, looks like he's coming out of 4 there. And the leaders aren't too far ahead of him. Oh, and that's somebody. Who was that? That was Jesse Thornhike. Oh, and we've got a caution. Oh, boy. Let's see what happened to Thornhike here. That's the 28 car. He was having a good run here going, and there's Westfield. Oh, and he got a little tap into the 28. Oh, hard into the turn 2 wall there. Tough break for the 28. He was having a good run. But that will definitely bring out the caution. And now running in, he's still in the top 10. I think he already used this fast repair. The car doesn't look too bad. A little bit of, looks like maybe a little bit of right rear damage there. Or not, looks not bad at all, really. Of course, here your leaders, they're going to come in, and it's time to battle now. We're 195 in, and these guys are definitely going to get some fresh rubber on these cars, and yeah, the fight's on now. It's not going to be a fuel issue. So everybody's booting them up and like, hey, let's get ready to go at it. There's a 57 of Walter. Look at him. Oh, man, the 57 car beat everybody out of the pits. And I think this is the first time Walter has led all night long. Your points leader, Thomas Walter, will restart in first position here on one lap 195. I had to check up for the 7 car there, Sanders. And he's going to have all the top runners right behind him there. This will be interesting to see. No, Walter, he was in 6th place for a while there and had a little contact with the wall and fell back, I believe it was as far as 9th position. And let's see what he can do with Schwingle, Bowers, and Watchhorn. Those guys have been getting after it tonight. And he hasn't really been up the front to really battle with them. Now we're going to have to get all these lap cars. I'm sure they're going to get wave arounds here. Get the leaders to the front. You're watching the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge Cup Series here on Rice Motorsports TV. Everybody's gone in for their servicing. I would think this time around that the lapped cars there are going to get the wave around. And there they go, allowing Walter to pull up to the pace truck. Lights are out on the pace truck. We'll be going green. Hit the line, it'll be lap 199 to 250, 51 to go. Oh, man, this is going to be good, guys. These guys are ready to go. Pace truck brings them down the back stretch. Getting ready to pull into pit road. Waiting for that green flag. We got it. We're going. Restart here, 1 lap 99. Walter trying to drop the hammer there. And they're bunched up a little bit behind them. And Bowers, he's got a bit of company going on around him. A lot of stuff going on behind him. There's still close quarters battling behind him. Watchhorn, he's now in 3rd position. I believe he restarted 4th. There's Vincent Sora battling with Schwingel, who had been leading before the caution. Now Sora's trying to take away that third position. Looks like he's going to do it. Well, actually moved into fourth position. Boy, that's a fierce battle for fourth right there. Good grief. Schwingel battling hard with the 14. And there's the 91, Alfred Vasseur. He's watching it all. And meanwhile, up the front, Thomas Walter, he's in a bit of trouble. There's Bowers starting to put pressure on the 57. And you know what the number one car can do. Walter's looking for a strong finish tonight. You can't get any stronger than first. But, boy, I tell you, they've got 46 laps to go. Heavy, heavy pressure from the 8 car and the 1 car. We talked about saving the tires earlier, and like who's really doing some saving now? It makes you kind of wonder if anybody is. Watchorn very smooth coming out of turn 2. Meanwhile, behind them, there's Sora and Schwingel. They're still going at it. Schwingel was able to get back in front, and Sora, he's just battling to get that 9 car again. Sorry, he's lost a little bit of a touch there with the top 5, a little over half a second. He's got Landon Durhol to worry about. And I tell you, we're very close to a lead change here, possibly. Bowers, heavy, heavy pressure on the 57. Taking a look on the inside, folks. We've seen some guys fight back on the outside. Can Walter do it this time? For the moment, he does. Holds on in the backstretch, but I think Bowers is going to have the line coming off of 4. Walters hangs on for one more lap. It looks like Bowers has got too much of a, oh man. Oh, and Walters a little slide there. Oh boy, it almost got turned by the 1 car. Boy, that's going to help Bowers out. Walters in big trouble now. There goes Watchorn down to the inside. Oh, and there, did he save it? Oh, hang on, and that's going to bring the caution. Caution on lap 213. Oh, careful backing up there. He's going to, oh God, he's going to take somebody out. Trying to get turned around. I know you want to get turned around and go, but still. Boy, that was close. Oh, man, that dropped him back to 12th position. Let's look at that in replay here. There they go down. Looks like they're coming down to turn one here. And Watchorn looks like he's got the line. Although, no, Walter, he's got an angle, that angle that he has. And you know what? I'm wondering, was that contact, or could that have been that phenomena that we call, I haven't seen that happen in a while. Let's run that back just a little bit and look at it. Let's look at it from slow it down and look at it from a different view here. Let's look at it from shape. Oh, okay, now in this particular instance, yeah, it was contact. Now there's a phenomenon called net code for those of you who are not familiar with iRacing, and it can actually cause a car to spin as if on contact, and actually never really have any contact. And but this wasn't the case around this time. There was actual contact between the 57 and the 1. So now it was showing him 12th. Now he's 11th position. Lap 2:15. 35 laps remaining. Dustin Swingle is your leader, followed by Carson Bowers, Vincent Sora, Landon Durhold. Let's see, Merrick Watchorn, he was up there, and now he's back in 11th position. Wow. So he's right back there with Walter. We got a few guys on pit road. There's Jesse Thornock. He's on pit road. Maurice Gomillion's on his way out. Joseph Perez. I wonder, has he been there? I'm not sure if he did he leave the pit stall, because he's been, every time I've gone on him lately, he's been in the pit stall. But anyway, there's Vincent Sora, 3rd position. There's Patrick Hernandez. He's coming in again. Bit of a rough night there for the 2 machine. He's just outside the top 10 when he pitted. Now, so far, he's already dropped to 13th. And hopefully he will be able to get in and out before the pace truck comes around. He's getting his 4 tires. I'm thinking he already used a fast repair, so unless he's got some mandatory repair that he has to sit there for. He got it going, so he's able to, whatever work that he wanted to have done on the car, get it done and get out of there and beat that pace truck around so as not to lose a lap. Let's see. The lights are out on the pace truck. Folks, I think we're getting ready to go green here. Pace truck bringing them down the back stretch. And we haven't, normally we try to grab somebody under a caution. I haven't even, boy, the action has been so many green flag runs. We haven't even really had a chance to even try to talk to anybody. But remind that right now, we're green once again. Oh, and wait a minute. I heard some crashing. Oh, man. Big pile up in the back. And there's Stevens. And I think Durhold might have been involved in that. In the back of that car, back of the 24 car is missing. Let's look at the replay and see what we see here. This is from the restart. Oh, and it just turned right. Oh, Aaron Kralik, Hernandez. Man, he caught 2 or 3 cars there. Just spun it on the restart. Let's see. Thomas Walter, he's in. Oh, Thomas Walter, heavy damage on the 57. Wow. And you know what? If he had had a faster pair, he definitely would have used it. But I believe he had already used it earlier. Wow, that could be very costly for the 57 machine there, folks. He's might be in pit road there for a while. And lap 221, we're not even sure if he'll even make it out again. And some of your leaders have elected to come in. There's a Sora second, Carson Bowers. He's on pit road. You may be rolling the dice here thinking, hey, I'm going to get some 4 fresh tires, and if this thing goes green, I might have the legs to catch these guys. He's currently, he's now fell as far as 8th position while on pit road here. This will be an interesting move here. So several of your other leaders there's Aaron Crawlick. Of course, he got hit there, on that little restart there. Thornock, he's on the way out. There's Westfield and making his way out of pit road. Landon Durhol, he's in. That was the one that spun there on the restart. And he's down and away. Thomas Walter continues to sit there, and he's probably got some extensive damage there, the 57 car. Thinking the lights may go out on the pace truck this time around. And looks like we're actually going to have one more lap of caution here. Let's see. Let's see if we can grab Merrick here real quick. Let's see. I can't move him to the shoot. I can't move him to the booth here, so we won't be able to really talk to him. Now lap 224, we're about to become 225 here. The lights are out. We will be going green next time around. Schwengel, Sora, Vasura, Trammell, Carlson, Watchhorn, Bowers, Crawlick, Westfield, and Thornock, your top 10. Here we go. Restart lap 225, folks. Pace truck is in. The green flag is in the air, and we're racing one more time at Richmond. And we have another caution out. Let's see. Oh, boy. Let's see. It looked like Kyle Rochelle was involved in that on the restart. Let's see. It's not showing us Rochelle. There it is. There he is, the 21. It looks like he got into the back of Adam Westfield. And they spun, and looks like everybody else was able to get by, maybe. Although, no, I see Aaron Kralik was involved there. Looked like he might have got caught up in it. See, the accident's already happening in front of him. Oh, and he just spun trying to avoid guys, and got a little bit of a tap there. I'll take it back live here. Now he's down at 12th position. Now Swingle, he's still your leader. He's followed by Vincent Sora. Alfred Vasseur is in 3rd position. How about there's Watchhorn is on 4th position. Well, I think he's actually 5th. They're just kind of jockeying around right now. How about James Trammell up to 4th position? He has been working his way up through the top 10 there. He's got himself up there with the players at the front here. Looks like he got maybe a little bit of damage on the front of that car. That is one of only 2 Toyotas in the field, folks. James Trammell putting the Toyota up in the top 5 at the moment. See Landon Durhol, he's still on pit road. There's David Sanders. He just now exiting. Those only folks I see right now that are actually leaving. Let's see, Kyle Rochelle, he's coming in. Got a bit of right front damage there on that 21 machine. Let's see if he has a faster pair to use. Looks like, no, he does. He may have already used it. Rochelle was having a good night. He's currently 13 now, though. Looks like that's where he'll be when he exits pit road. I believe the lights will be going out on the pace truck this time around. Now lap 231 of 250. They're winding down, folks. And Sora has got himself right back up there in contention for the victory here. But he definitely got some heavy hitters around him in Swingle, Vasseur, Trammell even, and Watchhorn. Pace truck is in, waiting for that green flag. Green flag is out, and we're racing at Richmond. Lap 232. Schwingel getting a lot of pressure from Sora now. They actually kind of broke away from the rest of the field just a little bit. Oh, we got cars spinning in the back. There's Watchhorn into the wall. Oh, and he got right there in front of the 86, but he didn't make contact. Watchhorn still 5th position, but he got some damage on that one car. Looks like he's going to continue. Jesse Thornock now your 4th place runner. He's followed by Alfred Vasseur, and actually not followed, he's chasing Alfred Vasseur in 3rd position. And now we're under caution again, folks. Let's see. Looks like the 21 had some problems. Let's go back. It's Rochelle, 21 car. He's got Trammell right behind him there. Looks like, yeah, and he trying to make that turn, and Trammell was there, and not a lot of heavy contact with the wall. Enough he can continue, but enough definitely to bring out the caution. You can tell the guys are really getting after it now. I mean, these laps are clicking down so fast. About 14 laps to go now. There's Rochelle coming in the pit road. Looks like he's the only car coming on the pit road. Schwingel, Sora, Vasor, Thornock, and Watchhorn, your top five, followed by Carson Bowers, Douglas Carlson, Ryan Ferraro, Patrick Hernandez. How about that? Man, he came from a lap down, and he's in the top 10. I tell you just can't keep that guy down, man. He's going to get there. I mean, better late than never. How about that, man? The two car right getting up there with the leaders. Let's see what he can do here with well, when we go green, we'll probably have maybe 11 laps to go. We'll see. Sanders, he's coming into the pits. And pitting from 13th position. Good run for the 7 car tonight. There's Landon Durhol, he's still in the pits. Along there's Maurice Gomillion. He's getting, looks like 4 tires. Not sure, but I doubt he probably needs any fuel. Just getting some fresh rubber on that 44 machine. Of course, Walters, your points leader. He probably has so much damage that he really can't. He might be out of contention tonight and just gonna stay there and collect whatever points. He's right now showing 19th position. Now lap 238. We'll probably have one more lap here before we go green. Let's see. Let's go back and look at, let's see, there's Vincent Sora. He's in second place. Let's see if we can grab him real quick. Hey, Vincent, Tony Rice up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, how are you,
pretty good, man. Hey, I tell you, boy, it's been a real interesting race tonight, man. You think you got anything there for him here?
Yeah, I mean, I think I got a pretty good shot at winning this thing. I've got really good short run speed. We'll just have to see how it goes.
Okay, good luck, but I'm going to put you back down to your team now. Good luck to you.
All right, thank you, Tony.
And the pace truck is in. And here we go, waiting for him. They're waiting. There he goes. Schwingel trying to hold the field there just a little bit to get back out there. Boy, the 91 Alfred Vasseur, he was all over the back of the 14 car. Now showing 9 laps to go. Sora looking for a way around. He might have a run on him this time going into turn 3. And he's definitely going to complete the pass this time. Vincent Sora is your leader. Lap 242, 8 laps remaining. Dustin Swingle trying to keep pace with the 14 car. Boy, look at how they've just broke away from the rest of the field. Right now it's between the 14 and the 9, barring any kind of caution here. Looks like Sora is starting to check out just a little bit. A little further back is Jesse Thornock in third. Great race for the 28 car. He's got Merrick Watchhorn still about 0.3 of a second behind. He may be suffering some damage now. They can't really attack like he was earlier in the race. You can see damage on the right rear and front and right rear than one machine. And Carson Bowers is right there behind the one car. And he's followed by the 91 of Vasseur. And there's the 10 of Trammell. He's being chased by Aaron Crawley. But right now he's got holding him off okay. Holding on to that 8th position. Sora, he's kind of checking out now. He's over a half second or just right around a half second from Schwingel. Look at, Trammell looking on the inside of Hernandez, trying to get that 7th position. Hernandez, he does fall to 8th place now. He's got Aaron Kralik right behind him. Lap 247. Good, hard, clean racing going on throughout the field here. There's Ryan Ferraro. Not really close enough to make any kind of progress there. There's Dustin Schwingel. He's 2nd place. It looks like Watchhorn, he does move into 3rd there. He got ahead of Thornock. Might be too little too late as we're in lap 248. You can see how far down the road there Schwingel is. Almost 2 whole seconds. And there's Vincent Sora in front of him. And we'll be getting the white flag the next time around, folks. Schwingel trying to catch Sora. That's at this point, that doesn't appear to be happening. The white flag is in the air. Sora's looking good. Good gap between him and Schwingel. As he comes around, and he will take the flag, the checkered flag. Vincent Sora, your winner here at Richmond. That 14 car goes to light them up. Looks like he's going to take I thought for a minute there he was going to take a Polish victory lap there. Decided against it. Vincent Sora, your winner, folks. Let's take a look at the finishing order here. Vincent Sora, your winner. Dustin Schwingel, 2nd. Merrick Watchhorn, 3rd. Jesse Thornock, 4th. Carson Bowers, 5th position. Patrick Hernandez did get back up to 6th place. James Trammell, great run for the 10 car, 7th. Aaron Kralik, 8th. Ryan Ferraro, 9th position. Adam Westfield in 10th. Douglas Carlson, 11th position. David Sanders finished 12th. Alfred Vasseur in 13th position. Kyle Rochelle, 14th. Landon Durhol, 15th. Maurice Gomillion, 16th. Mike Vano, 17th. Joshua Stevens, 18th position. In 19th position we have, 19th position we have uh, Thomas Walter, Perez in 20th, Dakota Moniz 21st, Corey Jansen 22nd, and 23rd with Mark Love and Kadarius Tave. There were a couple of the guys that I don't know if they even started the race, but they were showing out pretty early on. That was a great race there. Let's look and see if maybe we can. Let's see if we're gonna see if we can grab the winner here, Vincent Sora, while he's down there in the winner's circle here. Let's see if we can find him in the. Let's see. Oh, and it looks like he might have left the chat room. Looks like he did. Yeah, and so he won't be able to speak to. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. There he is. Okay, let's bring him back up here. He's looks like they may be having a drivers meeting, so we don't want to cut in there and stuff. But we'll try to do that next week and see if we can get some interviews with the at least the top three there. But man, I tell you, that was an awesome race tonight. I tell you, the guys they really put on a great show, and so of course they have to have there'll be whatever kind of penalty points and everything, and then next week we'll see where everyone is in the standings, and then move forward from there, of course. I mean, I hope you enjoyed tonight's race. You've been watching the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge, the Cup Series, here on Rice Motorsports TV. And for all of you out there in TV land or YouTube TV land, we want to wish you a happy, pleasant evening, and see you next time around.